off. They are playing host today to the league leaders, Football Club Barcelona. In La Liga has to be brought forward, and this is why we sit 6th in the standings. The worst run of results since Hansi Flick took over. But also former Mallorca manager Albert Xavi Ferrer.
It's a very tough game on the weekend against Betis, and then
Others have played the majority. Starting 11, Xavi, he's back. Barcelona have never lost.
Rates a lot with the ball without the Yamal of Mojica. So it's the risk that we always talking. There might be an injury when you're tracking back, and the offside is very clear, and we see Valde.
Waiting for the movement there from Olmo. Has to go back. A bad ball in towards the front post. It's deflected. It drops here at the edge of the box for Lamine Yamal. He thought about the shot but couldn't sort his feet. Now Mojica. Darder with a good...
In terms of pace, which is better than Murici, but I think, let's see, Lamine, I see that sometimes when they recover this ball, sometimes need to have a little bit of calm and get the ball to Sergi Darder. Well, depends what you're looking for. If this is the plan, of course, they must be happy because they have created chances and they could have gone 3-0 up, clearly. But good decision for the referee.
Pedri just finds Dani Olmo. Almost brought the ball under control. Lack of communication at the back.
Get that ball and another ball through the middle. Looking for players in between the lines. Once more is Dani Olmo. This is a ball control. I don't know the one who come out and get that ball. And again, Mallorca committing the same mistakes. We said that it is important that the players from the second line make the run, but sometimes a very Mallorca.
Rafinha goes back to Pedri. Squares the ball for Jules Koundé. Now Lamine Yamal. Already just 90 minutes in, Xavi.
That's why most of the times the gaps for Mallorca to attack are at the back of the fullbacks of Barca.
Pedri does well to find Rafinha. Ferran is waiting in the box and goes back to Lamine Yamal. Today, back in the starting 11. The numbers for Barcelona with Lamine Yamal are almost incredible. Barcelona have not won any of the 4 La Liga matches. Either a heavy pass or an awkward poor first touch from Pedri. Not something we say too often. Pedri now going back to goes long. It's Pedri who picks out the loose ball, goes for the pass over the top. It looks like it's going to maybe be off. Dani Rodriguez, Navarro benched as well. Kai Larin obviously will be benched if Murici is fit, but Larin did score at the weekend. The likes improvement?
Not at all. I was going to mention that he is more active now and seemingly getting more nervous as we get closer to the end of the first half.
Samuel Costa reviewed no longer.
Well, very little from Pedri. We haven't mentioned him, isn't it? Because most of the attacks of Barca
looks to have shaken off those pains from the last challenge.
The game now is clearly for Robert Navarro and Dani Rodriguez.
Well, those are two of the players who started against Valencia. Because Lewandowski may be the top scorer in La Liga this season and Barcelona's top scorer, but Barcelona do have to slightly change their game, where the question comes, why isn't Lewandowski starting today for Barcelona? But Ferran has scored the goal. That would be his counter-argument. And here is Ferran once again. He finds Dani Olmo, who tries to go for the shot from distance. Just over the head of Murici. Now it's Samuel Costa, but he can't put it through the legs of Balde.
They have to stop the counter-attack.
Pedri is held back and gets the foul.
Well.
Antonio Sanchez tried to turn, apologized because he couldn't release the pass, but you could just see it there. Picked up the ball, turned around, didn't even think about playing it back.
Which is good at the moment. I think it's good, but it was not side because it was a first touch play. I think it was from Sergi Darder, and it was the fullback who was running into Samuel Costa, who are players that coming from behind. But again, sometimes you have to, I don't know 100%, but slightly change the way of playing. You cannot
have... His cross is intercepted and then cleared away with an overhead kick by Maffeo. Only to Pedri. Ferran, Olmo, Ferran again, Olmo gets to the loose ball, tries to chip it over.
My confusion, Glenn, is
With the early pass and goes back across to Íñigo Martínez. Rafinha captaining the side today. He's picked out here down the left.
and well, normally is natural replacement. And well, let's see if Pedri gets more involved, isn't it? Something that we missed, and it is difficult because all the teams are very well prepared. They have quality, and that goes for Barcelona, for Mallorca, for any team. Let's see Ferran.
Very close to the Mallorca bench, I understand. Abdon, was it for arguing with the fourth official?
Yeah, he was out of the bench, walking around, complaining from the beginning of the situation, and then
We have seen Abdon Prats, Glenn. Of course, Mallorca can bring on Dani Rodriguez and can play in the same with one striker, but at the same time,
Pedri plays in the cross. It's helped on just by Olmo, it seemed. Kubarsi could not. As we see now, Pedri.
watch out with Samu.
Samu has gone down and he stayed down. Pedri is on the ball. He's let it off for Dani Olmo. The visitors carry on playing. It's now Lamine Yamal. Rafinha asking for the ball. What would be the Xavi Ferrer reaction pitchside?
I will be very upset.
Couldn't square it across. Has to go back for Pedri. Casado back again with Pedri, the two holding midfielders. Combines the ball to be switched to the other side.
changes coming up. Robert Navarro and Dani Rodriguez as expected.
So Abdon Prats will wait for his turn, but Burka. Now Pedri finds Rafinha in space now, cuts onto his right. Important players are back fully fit. The play still hasn't necessarily improved based on what we've seen from the last 3 games in which Barcelona have only picked up 1 point.
Offensive transitions. It's fair to say that this second half they're having a little bit more the ball, they're having longer possessions. Casado and Pedri are participating more, but this is the style of Barcelona this season.
It was his first goal of the season, as he has just recently returned from a long-term injury. Hasn't had that too much to do. We haven't mentioned. You could say he was heavily missed at the weekend. And now the referee blows his whistle. It was a very level first half. Chances of...
He's a talisman player, isn't it? Every time that he plays Barcelona,
everything seemed to go in Barcelona's favour, scoring a couple of goals, taking his tally to 11 in La Liga.
very level first half, and then the second half.
It seems quite simple, really. Lamine Yamal back in the starting 11.